awesome is this building? Almost looks like Hogwarts, but real.
I just stopped and turned.
The bugs on this. The things that fascinate us.
I love it.
Bugs on roses.
Reminds me of the left.
More awesome buildings.
The sound feels.
Oh, hey, I was recording while we ran. I bet I got our feet.
Oh, I like this guy right here. He's cute. The running guy or the tree? This book. Oh.
Downtown Nashville. Right there. Whose husband? Aww.
Just here, she sang the national anthem. Really? How do you know? Because I'm on here, everyone knows.
See your baby blue eyes dancing in the candlelight room. All I can think about is getting you home. Walking through the front door. It's not now. Pulls those shades down tight. She gives a smile when the pain comes. The pain gonna make everything.
Oh, you can't open the door.
I bet it's somebody naked, and like a little naked guy in there because it's an outhouse.
Probably. Oh, it's like your Disney hat.
Wasn't you
Is it just like it?
bought it too?
Yeah.
I was.
Flashback.
That's so weird.
Who else is it that doesn't like country? The doctor?
I thought it was just Andrea.
Oh, okay, maybe it was Andrea. Oh, here, there she is. Oh, yeah. She's right there. There's
I know, and there's like a song. I'm not sure what your lyrics. I do too.
Oh, there's one. Here we go.
Those shorts. I love you, Dakota. I kind of like them. You want to know what's sad? I have them. So, no, I really wear them anymore, but yeah, I wear them. We had them for cheer. Yeah.
Okay, Kylee or probably going to be yourself.
Oh, those are pretty.
Oh, don't worry, they're $400.
That's how much?
Are they pretty?
400.
We'll get these.
Kind of fun. I don't like the hill on them. I can't do that. Oh, that was good.
That peanut butter one.
Holy cow.
No pop?
Is it really no pop?
No, I don't think this one does.
Oh, there you go. Oh, is it fast? We could go out and make our own band.
Ready?
I
You're a stranger, not a if she could teach you another better feeling, I always dream, and I know that I can never tell you at all.
I want to go to 9 Park so.
Okay, we'll go to Texas.
I know. I want to go to Texas.
So.
He's from Tyler, but it's really like not too far from Waco.
Yeah, I know it's in Waco. But I brought the books after. I'm like trying to finish Boundaries so I can read that. I never have time at home to read, so I'm like, but I've got California too. Yes. So, Corona Del Mar, that is gorgeous.
Oh, that?
And those houses, I'm like, what do I have to do to live here? Like, oh, yeah, I love it.
There's like Table Rock Beach that's like up there, and I forget the name of the other beach. There's another one. It's like over by Laguna.
Probably not like the private, but
Yeah. And like, oh, I'm like,
Amber, she's going for the food.
There are, you know, people who are genuinely caring and loving and love God wholeheartedly and want to do whatever possible to express the love of Christ. You know, and not just get something, you know, a lot of people say things out of a motive, but there are people who are genuine at heart who care just because when God created us, He created us to love and care and express and to reciprocate it to others.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. I cut it off.
The ice going away.
yeah, it's melting a little bit. There we go. Okay, continue on.
Let me tell you how last time I took off from Boston. So, just listen and go to sleep. So, taking off from Boston.
You guys, she doesn't stop talking. Let's start with Boston.
Yeah, so we're taking off from the airport in Boston. And I just have like the mother of nosebleeds. And I'm just like, and I'm like, bring out the phone like, oh, I'm bloody nose. And there's these English guys behind us that are visiting America. And they're like, you have a bloody nose.
My eyes are all puffy. We're like crying faces, huh?
We're gonna record Dawn. I'll go in and look at my stomach.
Dawn's Diary, Day 2. Day 2.
Okay, Dawn, what are you doing? That's nice. We got her, girls.
Heidi, a hand massage. Do your rings come off? Here, we're gonna do this. Here, choice lady. Will you marry me?
I'm married.
Okay. See? Perfect. Oh, it looks like a little snail. Look, we just gotta go like this. It's a snail!
You don't even have to move.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
What is it like
I'll step over you. After that. Oh dear. It's one of those videos.
Okay,
So I was leaving my friend Oscar's house for lunch, and I was driving Honda Civic, and I was turning left onto a highway, the highway that goes through Mapleton.
Oh yeah.
Like the one that curves around.
Yeah.
And I was turning left onto there, and it's right where it curves. So I like looked both ways, didn't see anyone coming, and then I pulled out and I looked again, and I saw a truck coming. And I have a picture of the truck actually. And he hit me and T-boned me, and my car spun and went into a fence. And then he hit head on into another truck. He hit head on into a Chevy, get my car pulled out of the fence enough to get me out of the car. And I got life flighted to Provo Hospital. And I don't like, the first day, the whole thing feels like a dream. Like, I was so in and out, and then by the time I got to the hospital, they had me on so many drugs that like, I don't remember hardly anything.
So you don't, like, you weren't in pain or anything when it happened? Did it knock you out when it happened? Or were you awake?
I think that like, my mind has just blocked it out, because from the time that I saw the truck coming to the time that they put me in the life flight, I like nothing. I don't remember any, not bits and pieces, like it's black, until I was in the life flight and they were trying to like tell me to stay awake and stuff, and even that's like so fuzzy. And then I got to the hospital and my grandma was there because they called my dad and told him that I'd been in an accident, but that's all they told him, was just that I'd been in an accident and I was life flighted to the Provo Hospital, so he had no idea how bad it was or anything. And my grandma works in the hospital, so he called her and was like, I need you to get down to the emergency room right now. Kylie's on her way there, I don't know what happened. And so I remember seeing my grandma when I got there. And then like I slowly remember like my family showing up. But like other than that, it's just like bits and pieces throughout the day. So I broke my arm, I snapped my humerus like completely in half. I broke my nose.
You snapped it completely in half?
I have the x-ray. See it right there.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why they had to put the rod in, because they knew a cast wouldn't be enough. And then I split my head open all the way down to my skull. And you can see that too. Like, see the yellow spot? That's my skull.
This will be a little graphic. Wow. That's big.
There's like a big solid like 4-inch scar on the back of my head. Let's see. So then they did surgery on my nose the first day. And then they took like 2 rods and put it up in my nose and like straightened it back to where it's supposed to be. And then I was supposed to have surgery on my arm on Friday, but the doctor saw my x-rays and moved it to Thursday. So they tried to, Thursday morning, I was like awake, and they tried to get me to get up and like walk around, but all they had done to my arm was like got it back to where it was like kind of supposed to be and wrapped it. So like I got up to walk and I was just like bawling, and I got to the door of my room and I was like, I can't do it, like I cannot move anymore, my arm is in so much pain, like I can't do it. So they took me back to my bed, and then I was in bed for the rest of the day, and they did surgery that night. And then the next morning they got me up to go walk around, and I was fine. Like they did my surgery and put the rod in, and I walked around the whole floor. Like I was fine. So then they sent me home that night. And like, so the craziest part about the whole story, this is like the emotional part of the whole story. So like a week later, because the guy, so he swerved to the front of my car and not the back of my car, which was weird because the front of my car was where oncoming traffic was. The back of my car would have been safer because it was a back road. But so the guy that he hit lived in Heber, and he went to church the next Sunday and was bearing his testimony about it. And he told, like in his testimony, he was saying that him and the other guy both thought that they saw a little kid in my back seat. And the day that I went to the hospital, my uncle came in and was like, it's great grandpa's birthday today, like he was there, he saved you. And so that was like stuck in my head the whole time. And then my aunt told my dad this story.
We're both getting teary-eyed.
I know, I bawled. They both thought they saw a blonde little kid in my back seat, and my grandpa was a blonde little kid. So that's why he swerved to the front of my car, not the back, because he didn't want to hit the little kid. And my front seat, you can see it in the picture, is laid completely backwards, like as if it was like ripped backwards. So like, I heard that story and
So did the windshield smash on you?
Yes. So here's a picture of my seat. Like that's laid all the way back. That's crushed. And then I'll show you the picture of my whole car after.
So that's the seat right there. It's all smashed up to it.
Oh, there we go. And then my car. That was my car. So like, my seat is all the way backwards. And my aunt, she told me, she's like, Grandpa pulled you out of that seat. Like, your legs would have been broken had you really still been in that seat. So like,
Wow.
yeah, I remember my dad told me and I bawled. Like miracles and guardian angels, and I should not be alive after that accident. It's like, I 100% believe like I'm alive because guardian angels. That's awesome. And I've like talked about it so much that it doesn't make me cry as much anymore, but
I went just a few months ago.
Aw, thank you for sharing, Kylee. That's awesome. I love your stars. Like every time I see the long, and I'm hoping we can hear your story over this air. I love it.
the doctors offered to like do surgery to like make the scar
Oh, I love
less.
your scar. Yeah.
And like I told him no. I was like, there's no way I would ever.
Is that from the glass?
So this is, it used to be a lot worse too. Like I had scars like down my whole arm, and I have like a couple down here too. So yeah, that's my story.
That's awesome. Thank you, Kylee. Thank you for making us cry.
Oh, I know. I remember when I told my MATC teacher, I went in like after, it was like, I'd been like 2.5 weeks, and I told her the story about them thinking they saw a little kid, and she just like cried, and we just sat and cried after class together. But yeah, and my aunt was too scared to tell me because she's like, I don't know how she'll react, like I don't know if it'll like freak her out. So she told my dad, and then my dad told me, which I think it was good my dad told me, but I would have been okay had my aunt told me. So yeah, like I always believed in like miracles and like heaven and guardian angels and everything like that, but having something like that happen is like really puts everything into perspective.
Yeah.
Especially after seeing my car. Like my dad told me, luckily he didn't see pictures or anything of my car till after he saw me. And he told me, he's like, if I would have seen your car first, like I would have thought you died. And he was like, I've never seen my dad so like emotional and like overprotective. Like the first month after my accident, like he didn't want me going anywhere. He didn't want me like leaving the house. He didn't want me in a car. Like he didn't let me even touch the steering wheel for a month after my accident, which was good. Like I couldn't really drive anyways, but yeah.
Show us the pictures like that you posted on your anniversary when it had been a year.
Oh, like you want to see all of them individually? Or like just the collage?
The collage.
It'll take a second. And like, he slept on the couch every single night for like 2 weeks. He didn't go to work for 2 weeks. And he slept on the couch every night. And I was such a brat too. He told me there was one night I woke up and I was on so many painkillers. And this is why I hate them. This is why I got off of them after a week, because it's miserable. But he told me I woke up one night in the middle of the night, and I don't really remember it, but I guess I woke up and was getting mad and was like, I have to go, and they were like, where do you have to go? I have to go to my work, the white jacket. They were like, what?
The white jacket.
I know. Where is it? Oh, right there. bed in the emergency room. Some of the pictures my grandma got are like so sad. Like I just look miserable.
Yeah.
You want to share any of these? Was that the day of or the day after?
So
The
this
day
is
of.
like in the emergency room, or trauma room, I guess, whichever it was.
Oh, your face is so swollen. Wow.
And it's funny to me when people ask me, like, they see my scar and they ask, because I'm like, they're so scared to ask some people, they're like, what'd you do? And I'm like, all about sharing my story, because I'm like, happy that I survived.
I know, when I see scars, I'm like, I want to know that person's story.
I was always curious before, but now, like, that I have my scar, I see a scar, and I'm immediately like, what happened? What'd you do? Because, like, I love my scars, so seeing other people's, I'm like, oh, stories.
Yes.
Because I know I like telling my story.